Hi everyone, Arlene here. I'm standing out here on my front porch getting ready to take you in and give you the second home tour to show you my Christmas decorations. As you see, I still am decorated for fall out here on my front porch. And I won't undecorate this or switch it out to Christmas until after Thanksgiving. So this will remain like this until after Thanksgiving. But let's go in and I want to show you what I've done to the living room and dining room. So we're walking into the foyer. There's the living room over there. And there's the dining room over there. And that's the family room that you guys have already seen in there. Let me explain something to you guys real quick before I start going through each room here. Here's Sophie. Hi, Soph. There's Samson on the floor. And Gracie's in the kitchen. Just wanted to explain that the living room and dining room, there you can see the living room with the lights on there, and there's the foyer, are separated by our staircase. So as you walk in through the family room, there's quite a nice little separation point right here. So let's start with the dining room. This furniture in here is very old. Chris and I got it way back about 30 years ago or more. And in our other home, it hardly fit because our dining room was very small. But it fits in here nicely, thankfully. So let me go through this room and I will show you what I did for Christmas. This was my grandmother's. Hutch. Passed down through my mom to me, and it will go to one of our daughters. So I didn't do too much up there. I just kind of put a sickly looking garland along the top. A few glittery Christmas trees. Pretty glittery Christmas tree picture. An owl. And as you'll see in these two rooms, I've incorporated this green color that I use throughout the entire year with all of my decor through the seasons in these rooms. And so you're going to see that incorporated into my Christmas decor as well. On the top. So anyway, then of course, here's our sideboard. I'll also be adding in whites and silvers and light blues. Very light and airy in here. Soft colors. Here's the hutch. Simply put a garland with 3 big bows, sparkly, made out of sparkly ribbon. A few Christmas trees up there, a couple of lanterns that are up all year long. And then to match the sparkly garland up there, I got these candle rings wrapped around silver candles. A couple of silver reindeer. And then of course there's this lantern decor. I created that, and I can put a link in the description as to how I did this, a little tutorial. And then the arrangement on the sideboard, did that as well. I'm going to turn out the lights in a little while here and show you how everything looks with just the sparkly lights on. Okay, here we are passing through the foyer. Let's take a stop here. I made this wreath last year. Unfortunately, I do not have a tutorial, I don't believe, for this. I may have a blog. I can point you in that direction if I do. I do not remember whether I made a blog for this. And it's been smushed too. I have 2 light strings on here, but I chose to use kind of a bigger bulb on this, and they are on timers, and they come on about 5 o'clock, 5:15, and stay on for 5 hours. That is made on a 24-inch wreath frame. By the way, it's a burlap wreath made with stamped burlap that I got from Walmart. I used the same kind of sparkly flowers in this wreath that I used over there in the lantern decor. And this whole wreath was centered around this snowman. I found the snowman at Hobby Lobby, grabbed him up and found the Merry Christmas sign and the ribbon and went for it. It's also got some snowflakes on there. On into the living room. Let's stop here first at the secretary. This too was my grandmother's, and then my mother's, and now it's mine. I'm an only child, by the way. That's my mama up there. We know she's no longer with us. She passed away of Alzheimer's several years ago. That was her on her wedding day. She was a beauty. So pretty. She looked like a princess. I have another one of those garlands, kind of icically looking garlands, or up here around the top. And I just simply have a white Christmas tree up there. And then I just made up this little arrangement. I saw in one of our country stores around here one time how they had their secretary displayed, and normally for years and years I've kept it shut. I thought, and then I saw somebody had it open and decorated, and I'm like, why didn't I ever think of that? So that's the way I've been doing it from that moment on. This is nothing more than just a bit of an arrangement beside a reindeer. Little Santa Claus. Again, using the green color, pulling in the whites and the silvers. Little merry and bright pillow down there with a little sparkly owl. My dear friend Denise gave me this for Christmas, along with that one over there. Kind of like a cozy corner over here. Got that lamp at Kirkland's. Just simply put some beads in there. Joy and silver. Another, it's a glass Christmas tree in the green. And the snowman buddies. And I got these gift boxes at Kirkland's last year. Couldn't resist those with those green bows. We bought this furniture when we moved into the house, the couch and the chairs. And I already had in mind that I was going to use the green color, so the pillows, these pillows came with the couch. And a little silvery reindeer pillow. Chris put together this eagle picture years and years ago. That has nothing to do with Christmas, but we love Alaska and we love eagles. So he made that frame and cut the matting and made that picture. Here's lantern decor that I made. You'll be able to see it in the same link that I provide you for the dining room lantern. Again, more of the sparkly blue flowers. Pine cones. And then, over here, we just have a little snowman sitting there. Standing there on the ground. You can actually make him taller and shorter, if I remember right. Let's make him a little taller for a while. Check out his long legs. Bought him at the Christmas Mouse in Williamsburg, Virginia one year. Long time ago. Then I just made up a little arrangement here. My aunt gave me that. Beautiful snow lady. And I just did a few things up there. Just kind of stuck a little snowman down on the bottom shelf and on the top shelf, along with just some picks, just to bring in a little bit of the Christmassy feel. And then today, we put together, Chris and I both put together our white Christmas tree. And if you get way back from it, you might be able to see it better with the lights out. It does put off a pink hue. And I was like, no, wait a minute. I have all this green in here. What am I going to do with a pink Christmas tree? Or a tree that puts off a pink hue? But I think it's so pretty. I don't even care. I have pink balls on it. I have green balls on it. And I made that big bow topper out of iridescent Decor mesh, and then the tails of the bow come right down the tree. I didn't do anything special, nothing really crafty on here at all. This is only the third Christmas for this tree, so I'm still collecting some ornaments for it, but I've gotten some. It's filling up pretty well. It's getting there. Boy, is it ever pretty from the outside. I think I'll do that before I close this video out. I'll go outside and take a video of this from the side yard for you guys. So pretty. Then I have this little church down here and Christmas tree. Got that from BJ's Warehouse. And that about does it. Certainly didn't over decorate in this portion, but just a touch here and there. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip out these lights and take you on a quick tour around with the lights out. Okay, I'm back. I have clicked off the lights, and this is how it looks every evening in here. And I will just come in here, to be honest with you guys, and just sit down. Christmas is my favorite holiday, my favorite time of the year. I really enjoy the spirit of Christmas and the reason for Christmas. Just the Dickens house is lit up there. And then there's that wreath in the evening. Looking kind of pretty. And then the sideboard arrangement with just the white lights. My aunt and uncle gave me that beautiful bowl as a housewarming gift when we first moved in here. And I just have a couple of reindeer and white Christmas trees and silver candles behind. Then there is the hutch. The lit with the lit garland. Lights in the windows. They are in the windows all year long. Every day. They are all ganged together. By the way, on one switch we purchased what's called the holiday light package. And it's the holidays all year round. I love the story behind the lights in the windows and how they shone for soldiers during the Civil War. They could find their way home. by seeing the candle in the window. And it is also a sign of friendship and camaraderie and welcoming. There's all kinds of different stories that go along with the lights in the windows. Anyway, here is one of my favorite things, if I do say so myself. I just love these LED lights that I didn't expect to glow blue-ish, but they kind of do, which really sets that and that candle inside. Got that from Lowe's. And back out to the tree. Let me stand back in the corner, kind of, and give you the whole look. And there you go. My next home tour will be probably when we get some outdoor decorations put up. We don't do a whole lot out there, but I do up my mailbox, do up the little red wagon decor outside. So, and we also have the big 12-foot Christmas tree that we put in here in the family room. So it goes right there to the left of the fireplace. And there's nothing really special with that. I keep that tree very traditional. Colored lights and old ornaments, keepsake ornaments with burgundy beads. And I did buy ribbon to make a big bow topper like that. So we'll see if I can manage to do that. Here I am outside of our house. This is the outside real quick. After Christmas, you guys, I'm going to post a whole home tour video series that I have on my blog, but I'll get it up here on my YouTube as well to explain all of the choices that we made when we built this house, like with the lighting and so on. My husband did all of that. It's so pretty. Anyway, I just heard, I came out here to take some video of our white Christmas tree from outdoors, and I just heard some scurrying over here. We have a lot of deer in our neighborhood. So let's hope they stay to themselves out in the woods there. That's how that tree looks from outside. I love it. I absolutely just... I got that tree from Walmart too, by the way. I didn't spend a ton of money for that puppy. But boy, it sure is pretty. All right. So there we are from outside. I'll head back in now. I can hear twigs cracking behind me. I hope it's a deer. They said they saw a bear around too, so I guess I'd better hightail it back in here. And we're back in. Until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.